Have you ever looked at your partner and thought, you say you love me, but it feels like you're far away? Maybe they sit next to you on the couch, but it's like their mind is in another world. If your partner feels distant, but still says they love you, this is for you. In this video, we'll talk about why distance doesn't always mean a lack of love and what you can gently do about it. This is for people in long-term relationships, marriages, or serious partnerships, where something subtle has changed. Your partner is not necessarily cruel or openly rejecting you, but the warmth and presence you used to feel are fading. Maybe they are on their phone more, talk less about their inner world, or avoid deeper conversations. You might be wondering, are they falling out of love, or is something else going on? Before we jump into the reasons, I want you to hear this clearly. Emotional distance is a signal, not always a verdict. It does not automatically mean they don't love you. Very often, it means something inside them, or inside the relationship, is overwhelmed, shut down, or quietly hurting. When you see distance as a signal, you can respond with curiosity instead of instant panic or attack. In this video, we'll look at 3 common reasons your partner might feel distant. Then we'll walk through practical phrases and steps you can use to open a gentle conversation and start rebuilding safety and closeness. You don't have to fix everything in one talk. You just need a kinder way to approach what's happening between you. Section 1. Chronic stress and overload. One of the most common reasons a partner feels distant has nothing to do with loving you less. It's stress. Work pressure, money worries, family responsibilities, health issues. These things can drain someone so much that they have very little emotional energy left. When a nervous system is in survival mode, it's hard to be playful, talkative, or romantic. They may retreat not from you, but from life. Imagine this: your partner gets home after a long day, drops their bag, and goes straight for the couch or the screen. You see someone who won't engage, won't ask about your day, and seems glued to their phone or TV. It's easy to translate that as, I don't matter, they don't care, or they're bored with me. But in their inner world, they might be thinking, I'm so exhausted, I don't know how to be on for anyone right now. Stress narrows a person's capacity. Things that used to feel easy, listening, joking, planning, start to feel like extra tasks. When someone is deeply overwhelmed, emotional closeness can feel like one more demand they don't know how to meet. So they shut down, distract themselves, or numb out. This doesn't mean you should tolerate being ignored forever, but it does mean that reacting only with, you don't care about me, might miss a big part of the picture. A different approach might sound like, I've noticed you seem really drained lately. I miss you, and I also see you're under a lot of pressure. Is there anything weighing on you that you haven't had the energy to talk about? You're naming both your hurt and their humanity. Sometimes just acknowledging their stress reduces the distance a little. They might finally exhale and say, yeah, work has been insane, or I'm scared about our finances, or I feel like I'm failing everywhere. When someone feels seen in their struggle, they are more likely to slowly move closer again. You become a safe place, not another source of pressure. Section 2. Fear of closeness and vulnerability. Another powerful reason a partner pulls away is fear of intimacy. They might love you, enjoy being with you, and still feel a wave of panic when emotional closeness gets too real. This is especially common for people who grew up with criticism, emotional neglect, or sudden betrayal. Their nervous system has learned, if I let someone in fully, I will get hurt. You might notice this pattern. Things feel really good between you. You share more. You feel closer. And then suddenly they withdraw. They get snappy, distant, obsessed with work or hobbies, or they pick small fights that create space. On the surface, it looks like they lost interest. Underneath, they might be thinking, this feels too intense. If they see all of me, they'll leave. Better to pull back now than be abandoned later. For someone with a fear of vulnerability, intimacy can feel like losing control. Being truly seen means their flaws, fears, and wounds are also visible. If they never had a safe experience of being fully seen and still loved, their body treats closeness like a danger signal. So they armor up with silence, sarcasm, distraction, or perfectionism. You cannot love away someone's fear of intimacy by chasing them harder, but you can create conditions that make it safer for them to stay present. That might sound like, sometimes I notice that when we get closer emotionally, you pull back a little. I don't want to attack you. I'm genuinely curious how it feels for you when we're really close. You're not accusing, you're inviting them to share their inner experience. If they open up even a little and try to respond with softness, not analysis, if they say, I don't know, I just feel overwhelmed, you might answer that, thank you for being honest. I'd rather know that you feel overwhelmed than think you don't care. Over time, this kind of response teaches their nervous system that closeness with you doesn't equal humiliation or loss of control. Section 3. Unspoken hurt and quiet resentment. The third big reason for distance is unspoken hurt. This is when small or big moments of pain pile up over time, and no one really addresses them. Maybe they felt unsupported during a crisis, embarrassed by a comment you made in front of others, or lonely while you were focused on something else. The hurt never got truly acknowledged, so their heart started to quietly close. Unspoken resentment doesn't always look like anger. Often it looks like politeness with no depth. They do the chores, show up for family events, make small talk, but they don't reach for your hand, don't share their inner world, and don't initiate closeness. They're there physically, but emotionally behind a glass wall. From the outside, you may be thinking, nothing huge happened. Why are they like this? But inside, they might be carrying a story like, when I needed you, you weren't really there. Or, when I opened up last time, I felt dismissed. Or, there's no point bringing things up, they'll just turn it around on me. Instead of exploding, they chose distance. The only way to soften this kind of resentment is to make it safe for truth to come out. That starts with humility, not interrogation. You might say, I've been feeling a distance between us, and I care about you and about us. Is there anything I've done, maybe even a while ago, that still hurts and that we haven't really talked about? Then you pause and actually let them think. If they share something, your first job is to listen, not to defend every detail. You don't have to agree with their version of events to care about how it felt for them. You can say, I honestly didn't realize it landed that way. I'm sorry you carried that alone, instead of, that's not what happened, or you're overreacting. Validation is not the same as taking all the blame. It's simply acknowledging their reality. Practical steps to gently reconnect. Now that we've talked about 3 common reasons for distance, stress, fear of closeness, and unspoken hurt, let's focus on what you can actually do. You cannot control your partner's inner world, but you can change how you show up around the distance. Here are 5 practical shifts you can start making. Step 1. Name the distance without attacking. Instead of you've changed or you don't care anymore, try, I've been feeling some distance between us lately, and I miss you. This keeps the focus on your experience, not on judging their character. It opens a door instead of throwing a stone. Step 2. Ask one gentle, open question. For example, how have you been feeling in our relationship these days? Or, is there anything that's been heavy for you that we haven't talked about? Then be quiet. Let silence do some work instead of filling it with nervous chatter or more accusations. Step 3. Choose the right moment. Pick a time when you're both relatively calm, not in the middle of a fight, not when one of you is rushing out the door, and not at the very end of a long, exhausting day. You can even ask, there's something important I'd like to talk about. Is now okay? Or is there a better time later today? This shows respect and increases the chances that they can actually engage. Step 4. Balance honesty with empathy. Share your truth. I've been feeling lonely next to you, or I miss how we used to talk late at night. And also show that you see their side. I know you've had a lot on your plate lately. Both can be true at the same time. You are not erasing your pain by acknowledging their stress. Step 5. Appreciate small steps, not just big changes. Maybe your partner opens up a little more than usual, sends a check-in message, or agrees to a short walk together. Instead of thinking, it's not enough, notice and name it. I really appreciate you sharing that, or that walk together meant a lot to me. Positive reinforcement makes it safer for them to keep coming closer. What if nothing changes? It's also important to be honest. Sometimes, even with your best efforts, your partner may stay distant. They might not be ready to look at their stress, their fear of closeness, or their unresolved hurt. That is painful, and you don't have to pretend it's fine. Your job is not to twist yourself into someone you're not just to earn scraps of connection. If you've tried naming the distance gently, asking open questions, and creating safe space, but there is still no movement at all, it might be time for a different kind of conversation. You could say, connection matters deeply to me. I've been trying to reach you and change how I show up, but I'm not sensing much response. I'd really like us to consider talking to someone together, or at least making regular time to check in. Are you open to that? Their answer gives you important information. If they consistently refuse any effort, any conversation, or any shared responsibility for the relationship, that's not just their style, that's a choice. You deserve to be in a relationship where your need for connection is not treated as a nuisance. Only you can decide what to do with that information, but you don't have to gaslight yourself into believing that your longing for closeness is the problem. Outro and gentle call to action. Emotional distance can feel terrifying, especially when you still love your partner and don't want to lose them. But distance is often a sign of stress, fear, or unspoken pain, not an automatic end to the story. By seeing it as a signal, naming it with kindness, and inviting honest conversation, you give your relationship a chance to breathe again. If this helped you understand your partner's distance a little better, let it be your sign to take one small step. Maybe one new sentence, one calmer question, or one humble invitation to talk. You don't have to solve everything today. You just have to stop pretending nothing is wrong and start reaching out in a gentler way. If this video gave you even one helpful insight, subscribe for more gentle guidance on emotional distance, communication, and connection in long-term relationships. In the next videos of this series, we'll talk about the pursue-withdraw cycle, what it really means to be too needy, and how to express your needs without feeling ashamed. Your longing for closeness matters, and you're allowed to honor it.